Yep. I am what they call a rust skin enjoyer. Yep. I have complete control over my life. I'm loving this. Yep. I love this 1000th stream. Good day, rust skin enjoyers. Meow. Meow. And that is all. Goodbye. Hello, people. How you doing? As I said, I have no control over my life. But I might have a little bit of control over whether I want to go ahead and buy any of these skins. So, good day to all of you. We are here for the Rustore rotation. We have had 10 abnormal skins last night and only 1 regular skin. So when the Rustore rotates, we will only have the training gloves to chase after. Now, we are just going to kind of just go over what potentially could appear today. There's no guarantees. There are no guarantees. But things are looking pretty interesting. So, what could we anticipate for today? If we were to take a look at the likes of the Rust Workshop, of course, refresh here, keep an eye on the acceptances. Nothing's happened yet. Right now, it is about 7:30 in the evening for me. I've been streaming for like 2 hours already, but yeah, we're just saying, hey, how you doing? 1000th stream. Anyway, in contention, we know this doesn't have any contention. This is definitely getting accepted. We have a TGG double sheet metal door. Now, we're not 100% sure which one's going to be picked because there's 2 versions. This was the original. This is the one that I had a short video talking about. And this is the newer one. And I get the feeling this one was made because literally last week we had the likes of Blizzard ID's sheet double door, which glowed in the dark and also had transparency. It had a much larger hole to look through. Well, this has an even wider hole at the same amount of size. So yeah, that's even more transparent. Ridiculous, isn't it? So this is very likely going to be accepted 100%. I'm just not sure which one specifically. So if this one were to be accepted, I don't think we're going to see another sheet metal door that meant transparency ever. But it's a double door. But I wouldn't be surprised if in 3 months' time we get the single sheet metal door and it's probably exactly that. Just, one of the doors, if that makes sense to all of you. So, $2.49 most likely, but the other thing that we made a point of is every time we see a TGG skin being accepted, we tend to see a skin creator getting their first ever skin accepted. So who might that potentially be? We have absolutely no idea. But it's expected to happen. It's a pattern that usually always happens. It's happened for all the previous Bombshell skins. Who's it going to be today? We'll find out. Now, in contention for today's Rustore, as an early pick, well, we've definitely got some very interesting skin potential. We've got the likes of the Pug Door there. We, of course, have the likes of Goose Tool, maybe a Hard Suit Bow, maybe a Storm Crossbow. What else could we potentially see? We also have the likes of the Chameleon LR300. We could potentially see a cool-looking high-vis poncho right there, or maybe the very cool-looking Paisley set right there. If you want to dress up like a cowboy, this is definitely a set I think a lot of people would greatly appreciate, especially with Frontier just down the line. Zed Skipper, Dark Schneider, if this isn't accepted within the next few weeks, we're going to have that Frontier building skin. It's a wooden building skin. That's going to be introduced maybe in November time. Consider doing a version 2. That's definitely something you might want to consider. But we also have the likes of Banana Hoodie and Pants, High Quality Metal Hoodie and Pants, continuations of sets that already have had a core piece. Maybe we'll see a new set begin with Madness, maybe. Who knows? We also have continuations here, the likes of Concentric Tier 3, Ghillie Suit Tier 3, Redemption Tier 3. Guys, I wouldn't be surprised in the slightest if this is accepted within the next month. That look cool. That looks cool, and I think people will definitely want it. So yeah, we also very randomly got a blackout double barrel shotgun being submitted a few days after the deadline. I don't know what happened there, but I think people would appreciate that regardless. That looked cool, wouldn't it? And of course, you can look at the likes of TDG's top picks. Now, by default, out of all the skins that could potentially be picked, it's most likely going to be from his lists. And, well, Banana Leaf, Hide Halternick, and Hide Skirt would definitely be very interesting because we have not had a skin for these 2 items in about 6 or 7 years. But we also have the likes of Sand Rhino Hoodie and Pants, new core piece for the Sand Rhino collection. Will we get ourselves a full set of a budget Desert Raiders? I think people would greatly appreciate that, and I think all the people that did buy the likes of Sand Rhino Tier 3 would greatly appreciate that. I wouldn't be surprised if that's accepted, because based on all the skins from this batch, we already had a whole bunch of early picks, so some of the skins from this batch have already been accepted. So yeah, most of last week's skins were early picks. They literally only were made that previous weekend and were accepted in the same week. Could things be different today? I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, another quick look through here a little bit more. You can see the likes of a hamster garage store there. Mr. Rock, please. Corn, Yoka. Berserker Thompson, that wasn't accepted. The SAR was accepted instead of it, which was a bit weird. Pirate Thompson, Kevlar Thompson. Who knows? Who knows? Cheese gun, cheese. So it's basically a guessing game. But I like this because I have absolutely no idea what to expect, and that's fun. What I am expecting, though, is maybe another big Rust store, at least 10 skins. Maybe we'll also see another very random pick from like a year ago, which is, you know, a nice potluck thing to see every single week. I'm not going to complain about that. I don't think anybody else was complaining about it. Berserker SAR is the second top-selling skin of the week. But we should also point this out. The vast majority of these skins, none of them reach 20,000 sales, which in the long term might work out very nicely for all of that, because less of them in circulation equals potentially a much better time of, you know, they're more likely to be in the positive, go up in price if there ever were to be an increase in demand. You know, when you look at the likes of the Abyss Tier 2 and compare it to the likes of Abyss Tier 3, that don't really match up very well, does it? Nope. So it's quite amusing. I hate myself. Oh, God help me. I don't know what I'm doing. I've lost control of my life. Anyway, so with what we saw here last night, we could probably go over the buy orders once again. And honestly, if you were considering it, I don't blame you. Abyss Kilt definitely seems to be in a pretty good position. We could still expect the likes of Hoodie and Pants to appear at some point down the line. With what we see here, with the support that it has, it definitely looks okay to buy. It definitely looks like this will be retaining its value. And that's why earlier today, I bought 30 of them. That's not a lot, but I don't really want to spend a ton of money at the moment. But I have a good feeling for this, all right? But I am aware someone's bought like several hundred of them. We've noticed that on SCMM. So, awkward. But still looking good. And with the likes of these two skins here, I get the feeling that because they weren't bought as much, again, look at this. These, so the vest and the coffee can, have a few thousand sales less compared to the kilt. But we've seen for an in-demand collection, a full in-demand collection with the likes of Forest Raiders, with these ending up being the lowest selling skins out of all the armor pieces, they ended up becoming the most valuable pieces. Could the same thing happen to the likes of this vest and this helmet? We don't know, but we shall see. And basically, if you compare the buy orders, they don't really match up to the 4,500 here, which is a little bit awkward, but it is expected. We understand the routine. And if you saw my abnormal buy orders from last night, the video right here, you'd see that someone did like an instant buy order. The very second that kilt became marketable, a microsecond, 1,750 buy orders. 1,750 miles. Boom, boom, boom. How'd that happen? Bots. We are struggling with a bot issue at the moment. People are using bots in the Steam market. No human is that fast. Pug Rock is definitely in a pretty interesting position because we did see a pug skin being made. As I said, I mentioned it earlier, the pug sheet metal door. At the moment, it's not got buy orders going all the way up to $2.49, but it's not like people are rushing to sell their Pug Rocks either. It did not sell that much, especially when you compare this to the likes of the Hamster Rock and the Capybara Rock. So this actually might have a pretty good future, especially if we keep seeing more pug skins being made. So that is potentially a special one to keep an eye out for. Then we, of course, have the likes of the Grass Rug, which I think a lot of people would greatly appreciate in terms of roleplay. Finally, I can set up a very comfy garden within my base. I can chill out and relax. Shino, you need to make some potted plants. No, you can't do that, but maybe Face Punch could do that, like a nice recreational, calming, like you could call it like the meditative pack or whatever, where you could just have like some nice like a Buddha shrine. You could have like a little waterfall fountain or something. You could have some potted plants and whatnot which can grow things in, and then you could use this to set up your garden. That would be goofy, but I think people would appreciate that. So yep, that might be something that we could look forward to. But anyway, this right here, it is basically triple the price of what the kelp rug is, and this is like a third of the price of what the camouflage net rug is currently selling for. So where does this go from here? Because it did about 30,000 sales, which is a lot less in comparison to the likes of the kelp rug, but still a fair bit more compared to the likes of the camouflage net rug. So things are a bit strange with this, but I think it very likely will be retaining its value, but not exactly going up in price super crazy until maybe the likes of post-Christmas. That's my answer. Then we have the Chameleon MP5. Now, this sold a lot less in comparison to the previous Chameleon weapon skins, as you can see right here. Only 17,000 sales. The other two skins, almost 30,000 sales each. So this is a little bit awkward, but I think the LR300 is going to be the exact same. I reckon that it's probably going to do all right purely based on the fact that it's a Chameleon skin, and people very likely will be wanting to have the full set on display on their weapon racks. But I just don't really imagine it by itself is going to be changing the world. So we also have the El Diablo small box. Now, this was the lowest in-demand requested skin from last night, and it's also the lowest selling skin of all of this week, with only 10,500 bare minimum sales. However, no one's rushing to sell it. The lowest listing is $3.50. Maybe it might retain its value if hardly any people want to sell it, so yep, that's cool. Then we have the likes of the Berserker SAR. Now, this is a $3 skin, and the buy orders are only going up to about $1.80. But I think this will get appreciation as time goes on. I do think this will probably retain its value, but I can also see it not retaining its value at the moment in the short term because we do not have buy orders going up to $3. It's going to be a little bit awkward, but I think its aim sight and the style of it does look cool, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see some more Berserker skins being made by Vase and Anushka over the course of the rest of these next few weeks until Halloween time. Then we also have the likes of the Ronin set. Now, this is a strange one because, it kind of came out of nowhere. This was a bit of a surprise. It's also the first core piece to be accepted out of all the Ronin skins. This past weekend, we did not see more Ronin skins being made, more specifically Ronin Tier 2 or hoodie and pants, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see it eventually. Now, this did not sell that much. This week was, there's a lot more skins people focused compared to the likes of the Ronin stuff. The chest plate's only done bare minimum 12,500 sales, and the face mask has done 14,500 sales bare minimum. I get the feeling people might want to use this face mask when we get the Dracula Cape. That's expected to appear at some point in Halloween. Yep, Dracula Cape. Sorry, I went to the wrong one. So where was the mention of it last night? It's been mentioned again. It was last night, Dracula Cape. Come on, where are you, Dracula Cape? There it is. Dracula Cape was mentioned again last night. Looks like they're going to try and get this nice and ready for Halloween, which will be in 4 weeks' time. Yep, first Rust store for Halloween will be what's it going to be? It's going to be like the 19th of October. Let me just remember. Yeah, 19th of October. So week 1 for Halloween, and week 2 will be the 26th of October. Yep, we've got that all covered. So maybe it's a new item that you have to pay for. Maybe it's an item that's in-game. Who knows? But yeah, something to look forward to. So that's basically covered everything. It's a guessing game for what actually does get accepted. We don't currently know, but we're looking forward to finding out. I want to be surprised, but I also want to see some continuations. Please, can we see Sand Rhino? Please, could we potentially also see... Well, here's the problem. There's 3 hoodie and pants this week that are in contention for getting a spot, but either one would be interesting. Is it going to be Banana? Is it going to be Sand Rhino? Is it going to be high quality metal? Or are we going to see one of the tier 3 armors? Or maybe we'll randomly see an armor piece from God knows when, long time ago, with the random acceptance... Oh, sorry. Furball. Furball. With the random acceptance of the Berserker SAR last week, maybe we are open to seeing some very random skins. Hardsuit Tier 2 Magic Q? Oh, you're a true believer, aren't you? And we've also had some people screaming about Elite Crate. Oh no, their dreams, they're shattered, oh no. And yeah, you shouldn't be surprised by the likes of tons of Gingerbread skins being bought out recently. We know we're getting a Gingerbread building skin for December. Everyone, during the holidays in December, is going to be able to make Gingerbread building skins. We don't currently know what tier they are, whether they're stone or wood or sheet metal, for example. But yeah, we're going to find out eventually. So upon realising that, loads of people went in and bought out a ton of gingerbread stuff. I will probably make a video talking about this, because we talked about it a month ago when we saw the mention of it on the likes of the commits, but seeing the reaction to it when it was properly showcased to everyone, yeah, loads of people have kind of bought out everything gingerbread. So we're going to talk about what happens from here on now, because that might be a routine thing that happens every single year now. Apostate believers, come on now, that's that's hopeless, I'm afraid. I'm sorry. Right, so that's basically everything covered. And yep, if you're still incredibly confused why I'm wearing this, today is in fact, because I'm still streaming right now, my 1000th stream. So thank you to all the people that have watched me, supported me. This is to all of you people on YouTube. I've already said my thanks and whatnot to all the people today, which will also be a separate video that I'll probably release over the weekend. So thank you. Thank you all. Thank you all for watching me. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for all your goofy questions. Right, so we've basically said everything we needed to say. And yeah, let's just skip ahead and find out what gets accepted today. Meow. I hate myself. Right, what's this then? The skins are... Yeah, redemption. I knew it. And we did get a pirate skin. Right, so it's 8 skins this week. But the Pixel Locker. Neon Punk did get accepted. Smoothie. Wait, hang on a minute. Where's the double... Wait, hold on. What? Wait, what? What? Well, what? What? No, he can't be denied, can he? Did he get a little bit too excessive with the transparency, maybe? No, guys, I've never seen something like that happen. No, it was supposed to be accepted. Anyway. Redemption tier 3's been accepted. No, seriously, there's some sort of weird complications that must have happened. It's probably next week, I guess. I'm confused. Also, that large box got accepted as well, so that's pretty cool. Fair enough. I know, where's Rhino? It was just tier 3 this week. So we got an AK again. We got a Thompson again. But the doors, the deplorables, it's looking pretty good. It's a pretty deplorable heavy week this week. And of course, we also have one skin to chase after. That is the pair of gloves. Whenever that might appear. So we're going to wait on that for a bit. But yep, I am very confused. That should have happened, but it didn't. Alright, well. It's either next week or something went wrong. And it's probably because they went a little bit too excessive on the transparency. I mean, they could have just accepted this one. Maybe it's next week then. That's never happened before. TGG skins are expected to happen every 3 months, and when you see it appear in the workshop, they get accepted next Rust door. Okay, that's odd. Huh. I don't know. All right, well, that's it. We'll talk about all of these in a bit, so we're going to skip ahead. And, yeah, back in a bit. Good day, kitty enjoyers. We are back. And we're here to talk about the skins, right, Meow? And I still hate myself, yes. So, it's been quite some time since we disappeared, but let's just do a quick refresh here, and what do we see? 8 brand new skins right in front of us. Ever so interesting looking, ever so shiny. So let's just go take a look at each and every single one of them and find out which of these is and is not abnormal. So, what do we see here? The large box is abnormal. The AK is abnormal. The Thompson is not abnormal. The locker is abnormal, the door is abnormal, the redemption tier 3 is abnormal, and the sleeping bag is abnormal. This means every single skin except the Thompson is abnormal. Wonderful. Another week like this. So much to chase after next week. So many problems. Right. Now you're probably wondering, real quickly, what happened in regards to Bombshell. We've seemed to have figured out what happened. So it turns out probably the best reason probably the best reason why this wasn't accepted this week is because it hasn't been 3 months. Yes, if that makes sense to all of you, the Bombshell single armoured door was accepted on June 29. It has not been 3 months since then. So most likely next week for the 28th of September Rust door, that is when we see either this or this being accepted. All right. So a bit of a miscalculation, but yeah, it seems this got submitted a little bit too early. Usually when they're submitted, like when a Bombshell skin is submitted, it's usually accepted within the same week, the very next Rust door. But with what happened here, this looks like it's kind of being postponed until next week. It hasn't been 3 months yet, and I guess he has to wait until the 3 months have actually happened until that'll be accepted. So that's something to look forward to next week. And you know what? That's probably why we saw so many deplorable skins being accepted this week. So take another good look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe next week we're only going to have the double doors, and that's it. Maybe more weapons, more clothing and armour. Consider it. All right. So when this Rust door rotated, what do we have right here? A pair of training road sign gloves. Yep, this appeared. The bar doesn't it? Looking pretty good. 2,400 requests to buy. This was a 99-cent skin, and the bar does going all the way up to 95 cents. Things are looking okay for it. But like I said, in regards to this skin, it's more a case of a skin that's likely going to be just retaining its value. And Digital Content just quickly asks, how can you tell it's abnormal? If you were to look at a skin, in fact, the best thing to compare to is the two weapons. If it happens to have view in community market, if that link's right there, that's an abnormal skin. Whereas this skin right here does not have that link. So this has already, I can't speak properly. This has a link that's already well prepared, even though it's literally only just appeared. So yeah, this is going to be abnormal, whereas this one isn't. So, yeah. This will only become marketable when this Rust door rotates next week and we have a new Rust door. Essentially, with what happened here with the likes of these training road sign gloves, if that makes sense to you. All right? Sorry about that. I got a little bit tongue-tied. You can't... Okay, listen. The amount of times I've had to lick this mouse today... Because kitty, lick the mouse, cat, lick the mouse. Okay, just understand that. I have been bullied all day today. 5.5 hours of this. 5.5 hours of this. It don't get any better. Okay, you can stop posting the Hedge dance now. We're over it. Anyway, we should probably now discuss real quickly the new skins. So one more quick look. Refresh here. All the sales that these skins had. So get a quick look at that. Yep. So looks like Grass Rug did just about have 30,000 bare minimum sales. So at least bare minimum 30,000 individual people did buy the Grass Rug. Whereas pretty much all the other skins, none of them reached 20,000 sales. The Abyss set is going to be really weird in the future. But anyway, we won't worry about that right now. We're going to worry about the newest skins. Yes, we are. It's time to discuss all the newest skins. So, shall we get started? I'm a little bit surprised, but that Pumpjack door is the top selling skin so far. But you know what? If we were to take a quick look at this, it does look really cool. And we could probably just point out, skip me please. Aha, I knew it. Reverse psychology, Alloy. You figured it out. For all those skin creators out there that keep begging, please pick me. No, you have to say skip me, please. That's how you get picked. So that was just a little joke we brought up for the workshop skin checks. But yep, this is a cool looking door, glow in the dark. I wouldn't be surprised if we potentially see more of this. It's, I don't know, cyberpunky. It's kind of horror. In a way, I don't know how to properly explain it. What am I thinking of? System Shock style, I guess you could say. Yeah, maybe, if you ever played those games or seen them. So yeah, pretty cool design, and I wouldn't be surprised if we potentially see even more of this type of style. So Falco, Alloy, best of luck to you. Let's see what happens from here and now. But now we have to discuss what likely is going to happen to this sheep in a door. Because whilst it looks cool... We've been here before, haven't we? A sheep and a door selling for $2.49. Oh, where have I been like this before? Oh, the past few months. How have all those sheep and a doors that come out recently, how are they holding up? Well, you see, that's down by 38%, that's down by 15%, that's down by 50%, that's down 46%, that's down 44%, that's down 65%, that's down 71%. Yeah, we're having a very good time, aren't we? I'm a little bit sceptical. because I don't think sheep men of doors are holding their value at the moment. No. But then again, most Rust skins aren't really holding their value. We've only peaked at 91,000 people today. That's what it's been like with Rust so far. We very likely will have less than 70,000 average players by the end of this month. It very likely could happen. But, this was expected. This is routine. We know how this is going to be. We understand this situation. But anyway, going back over to here, looking at that, I get the feeling that's definitely going to blow its Rust store price. I wonder why. I feel bad, because it does look cool. It does look great. I can respect that. But we've had some pretty cool looking sheep men of doors come out recently, and then look what happened. We just showed you. So that was actually a very quick answer, to be honest. Will we see more of this? Will we see this potentially turn into a collection? Deplorable collection, that is. Yeah, I'd very much like to see it. Turn it into a large box. Turn it into double doors. Armoured doors. Wooden doors. You name it. Keep going with it, Alloy and Falco. But, yeah, sheep men of doors. Too many accepted this year, and there's too many of them in circulation regardless. If we're to just quickly look at the top here, it will tell you that in circulation right now, we have in total 190 sheep men of doors that already exist. And get a good look at each and every single one of them. So many of them in the red. Why is that? Well, most likely due to the fact that we have far too many of them. So, yeah. I am... Why are you posting the cat so much? Stop it! Alright, anyway. So Pumpjack door looks nice, but it's very likely going to be a barter situation. Whereas we now have the Redemption Collection's armor. It has been in the pipeline for a very, very, very long time. Where's my revolver? Very long time. So, yeah, where do we go from here? So some people pointed out and said, oh no, we got a shiny red armor. That's no good. Well, I mean, quite literally last year we did have the Skull Killer set. And get this in your head now, right? We can now do red versus blue. Oh, yes, we can. We can have people in Skull Killer on one side, and we can have people in Redemption armor on the other side. This looks cool. But yeah, last year, the shiny, cool-looking armor set for the summer Skull Killer collection. The shiny, cool-looking set for summer of 2023, Redemption. So, whilst some of this is looking not super great, all skins are suffering at the moment. If this is the worst it's going to get, that's not that bad. So, over to here, Redemption Collection throughout all of this year has basically been only a weapon collection. Now we've got armour. Things are starting to look very interesting because by default this is the first core piece. In the pipeline now, we await the potential arrival of the hoodie and pants and the tier 2 armour. Things are very, very nice. But you know what's not very nice? The Ronin. We literally just had a pretty cool looking red set right there, but now we've immediately got another red tier 3 armour. The thing is though, like I said earlier, I'm not at all surprised. Look at it, look at it, look at it, look at it. It's awesome. He's a Bionicle, right? You like Bionicles when you're younger. Yeah, that's cool. So anyway, it's cool looking design. At some point, we're going to see more of it. Of course we are. Mr. Slanosta has been very consistent with his Redemption collection. Only one skin has not yet been accepted. But hey, future complete the sets. I'm telling you. Right. So, at the moment... it's abnormal. I don't need to rush into buying it, do I? I can take my time, because this is going to be appearing at an earlier time next week, like all of the other abnormal skins. So, you know the routine. We're going to keep an eye on the sales, we're going to look at it afterwards, we're going to figure out what prices we might want to offer, and then we're going to proceed from there. Because after that, we'll look at the buy order amount and we'll make a decision whether it's a good idea to jump in and make a purchase. And basically, after looking at the likes of this kilt earlier, I was like, you know what? I'm going to go buy 30 of these. The sales of these in comparison to the tier 3 armour, it looks like this is going to be perfectly fine regardless. Maybe it only retain its value, but at the end of the day, I'm fine with that. So with the buy orders that I saw here, it looked like it was strong enough that it was likely going to retain its value. I felt somewhat alright with that. But I needed to see what the buy order support looked like. And then I made that decision. So with this, I'm not rushing, all right? If you like it, by all means, buy it, use it, enjoy it, support the skin creator. So Nosta, I'm giving you some nice words here. But yeah, looking at that, I can definitely see a nice future ahead of it. But we definitely need to see even more. We definitely need to see some more, right, Mr. Slanosta? Yeah. So anyway. Let's just see what happens from here on now. I told you, a shiny armor set always gets accepted for the summer. What do we have there? Look what happened. I told you months ago, and you took so long. You waited until the very last week of summer, and then you put it out. And look, instantly accepted, early pick. Surprise! Oh no, I'm not surprised. I knew it'd happen. Why did you take so long? Why didn't you get that revolver accepted? I'm a sad kitten. Why have you done? Anyway, moving on. Cool looking set, but I have to be cautious in regards to how much I might want to offer. I have to be cautious in how much I might want to buy. But in the long term, I do see some very good things ahead for this. All right, this looks special. And yes, you might sit here and say, but we've got hardly any people playing right now. How many people are going to be instantly surprised when they see that? A lot. And I'm thinking it's going to have a very nice post-Christmas time. Now, that's all the positives I can currently think of, but now we need to see the sales, then we make a decision. And if it ends up with the likes of the sales that we saw for the previous week, that didn't sell that much, this didn't sell that much, then you look at the week before that, this didn't sell that much, all the better for it to rise up in price in the future. All right? I am confident with this. I'm looking forward to it. And, well, the chest plate just pushed up ahead. Cool. Anyway, so yeah, things are looking pretty cool. But I don't rush into anything. I like to take my time. All right? So, Celeste, you better start making some more stuff. All right? I'm telling you. Hurry up. Moving on. We have the ultra large box. Now, I'll tell you what, this actually does look really nice. I saw this just a few days ago because, again, this is another early pick. We're seeing a lot of early picks, by the way. I'll talk more about that in a second. But yeah, cool looking colour scheme, interesting looking design. You know what? Wouldn't be surprised if we see even more of this set. So, basically, from here now, Mr. Smoothie, what's next? Are we going to see some doors? Are we going to see some, furnace skins? Maybe a rug? What else could you potentially make with this? Because I'm getting the feeling it's supposed to be like some sort of like ancient temple. And if you could get that mossy, grassy design and put it on a rug, we could make all of our interior look like that. And that'd look cool. So, Smoothie, there's an instant idea for you. So, anyway, cool looking large box. How will it fare in the future? Well, number one, as I just said, I get the feeling we're not going to see that many sales for these skins this week. But that's fine. We can work with that. So with this, number one, Smoothie, how many skins have you accepted before? Yeah, okay. So there we are. Yep. Right. Cool. So, where do we go from here? I was meant to look at the large wood boxes. My brain farted there. Please understand, I'm a cat. I take my time. Anyway, moving on. The only skins that are holding up at the moment appear to be the recycler box, which I'm a little bit surprised by. The minute there, this one. Okay, cool. Right. Large wood boxes tend to do quite all right in the long term. Unless they just kind of look very bland, they should be all right. And this is a glow-in-the-dark, very cool looking, very unique styled large box right here. I actually think this is going to do quite all right. Now, you could have said that about many things that came out this year, but please understand, currently right now, all skins are suffering, mainly due to the fact that it's September. October potentially could be even worse. We're going through the autumn-fall seasonal dip. All right, this is expected, happens all the time. I've already shown you we've got hardly any people playing at the moment. But again, this is expected. So this might not sell that much, but post-Christmas time, that might go up by quite a lot. And if Smoothie does make even more deplorables for this, and they also get accepted because they're probably going to look just as cool, well, much like how I said about that, this might flourish very nicely if it turns into a deplorable collection. So that right there, by default, I'm actually somewhat confident in. That does actually look really nice, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see more for it. All right? So we shall see, okay? But that right there, abnormal, don't need to rush into buying it. Abnormal barders first, look at it afterwards, make a decision then. I'm confident in it for a bit. So, nice, cool. Let's move on. Pirate Thompson. First immediate thought, congratulations 1RJ, second weapon skin to be accepted, but what have we always said about the likes of the Pirate Collection? What have we always said when we saw this? It's a budget blackout option, and that's my immediate thought. How much does the blackout Thompson currently sell for? Because I think it's a little bit pricey. It's been out for a while, hasn't it? There it is. It's currently selling for about just under $5. Okay, that's not that expensive, but it's still a bit. Also, how much do you go up by around post-Christmas time? Let's just see last year's or earlier this year. All right, so this went up to $10 January 2023. Right, okay. So, number one, you probably got a pretty interesting looking investment right here, because if it follows what we saw last year, this very likely could potentially double in price. Just point it out. Anyway, so, this has basically got the routine stuff with the Blackout Collection, full black, and it's got that useful red aim sight. Can we get a good look at that aim sight, sir? Yes, we do. And what's that? Do I see? Oh, yes, red aim sight. Perfect. Perfectly fine. Well, what do we have right here? Pretty much the exact same thing. We have a pretty cool looking design with the shredded flag all over, and then we also have that lovely red aim sight right there as well. So, with what we have right here, it's going to be a whole lot more affordable, and I think in the long term, people will probably be liking this regardless. X marks the spot, shoot it. So, yeah, things are looking all right for that. That's fine. It's a Thompson skin. And you know what? This very likely probably won't sell that much this week. Why? Again, as I said, based on what we've seen for the previous weeks, we've been seeing less and less sales. That could very likely turn around to become a very nice investment for the future. I don't think it's going to be doing $10 like the Blackout Thompson, but it definitely could have a very interesting future ahead of it. So we have seen a lot of Thompson skins this year, haven't we? That's awkward. We have surpassed last year, but we're getting close to 2021. But yeah, when you look at Thompson skins during the good times, pretty much every single one of them usually is in the positive. At the moment, things are awkward. But I did make a bit of a talk recently. Sorry, I didn't need that. We were discussing Bombshell earlier. I had a bit of a discussion earlier talking about Thompsons. There we are. Yep. So this was about 10 days ago. Yeah, we had this discussion. We talked about how Thompsons currently are at the moment, but there is potential opportunity right in front of us. Thompson skins seem to be at their lowest point. If you were to buy in now, you could potentially flip them for a whole lot more in just about 2 or 3 months' time, post-Christmas time to be precise. So yes, they might appear to be struggling now. Look at them again, January 2024. How does it look then? That's going to be a video I will be doing in the future. But then we should also point out how many sales of each of these things had. Just about 29,000, so you've got 14,000 there, 12,400 there, just under 17,000 there, 18,000 there, 42,000 there, 13,500 there, 14,000 there, 13,000 there, and then 14,000 there. Look, if this also only has about 14,000, I think that's going to have a pretty good future ahead of it. However, if it has even less, even better, it'll have an even better future. But if it sells like 20,000, that's where I question things. I don't think this is going to do 20,000 sales though. So keep in mind, right? Just keep that all in mind. Let's see how that turns out. But as of now, I can see more positives than negatives, but I need to see how it turns out. And of course, I need to see how many sales happen. This is the only skin that's not abnormal this week. So I just want to kind of keep track of it. But I do get the feeling it's going to sell a decent amount still. So, yeah, a little bit awkward. But I'm still somewhat confident in it. Like with most Thompson skins. Because I've seen the reliable pattern that they always usually go up in price around January time. Because, of course, they're constantly always in demand. At the moment, based on the amount of usage, it looks like this is the third most used gun in the game. And with high gun demand equals high demand to use skins equals higher skin prices. Not too hard to kind of break that down, is it? Right, cool. All right, so now we've got another AK-47 skin to talk about. Sorry. But hey, Shuma, Oasis, it's a pretty cool design. I will give that to you. And we've got a bit of a slowish GIF there, but you can see how it looks in lighting and whatnot. Very nice, very cool. But we have this issue of this far too many AK-47 skins in the game. There's far too many options. Whilst that looks cool, whilst it also has it's highlighted. Whilst it has that ever so useful red aim sight, which you can vaguely see right there. Yep. It's very likely not going to retain its value. It very likely, most likely will suffer. So, this is where we take a look at all the AK-47 skins that came out this year, and we just kind of stare at the camera and just say, yep. So, yep. Yep. Only 2 skins are holding their value at the moment. The Kiss AR... Redemption has gone down by 30%. Well, RB. Well, there you go. Chameleon AR... and the Kiss AR. They're the only 2 skins that are holding their value nicely. I'm actually surprised that's gone down. Is it a straggler? Sorry, let me just quickly take a look. Are you a random straggler? Nope, you definitely are going down to about $2. That is quite a surprise. But then again, look at it. Do I see big fat quantities? No, it's like nothing. It's 2 3s, 1 1 1 1 2 1 2 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. just a nice increase in demand, and what happens? Suddenly it sells for more than $3. There is no resistance there. That could easily rebound. So again, you've got to keep an eye for all the potential opportunities to make some profits. Come January time, this is very easily going up and above $3. I've pointed it out to you. The choice is yours, and especially with the likes of Redemption Tier 3 that's just been accepted. Oh, anyway, we're focusing this. Yeah. We've had a ton of AK-47 skins being accepted this year. We very likely will be beating last year's, because last year we had 27. We've got, maybe another 12 weeks of Rust stores? Yeah, we're definitely beating that. We're definitely beating last year. So this has almost 200 AK-47 skins in the game. There are far too many options. If your gun does not stand out by a ton, it's very likely going to suffer. And it wasn't too long ago that we looked at a gun and said, yeah, that looks awesome, that looks really impressive, but it still suffered. That was the Knights Templar AK. This is less than $1, apparently. Yep, 95 cents. So if I had to take a look at this real quickly, do you remember the very cool-looking design? Do you remember the very cool-looking, style here and whatnot? Well, that still went down to less than $1. It's very awkward, but yeah, a skin that looks as good as that, 95 cents. It's madness, but this is what AK-47s are like. And I'm very... sad to say, but I think that's very likely going to be the likely outcome. This very likely will be down to $1 as well, and I wouldn't be surprised in the slightest. I'm sorry, but yeah, I'm trying my best to warn all of you, but yeah. Also, Oasis, how many skins have you had now? Let's see. Yep, you've had quite a lot of chemical burn, and yeah, quite a decent amount, so good stuff there, buddy. Alright, so unfortunately, this very likely will be a 70 cent to 90 cent buy order. It's abnormal, don't need to rush into buying it. We'll see how things look by Wednesday night. Alright, UAP Pilot Sleeping Bag. Okay, so we can safely assume that we're now starting to develop a alien-themed collection. So that is the UAP Pilot Sleeping Bag. Unfortunately, not too long ago, we had the sheet metal door, and it didn't retain its value, and it's going down. And we also have the likes of that furnace. That's already gone down by 65%. Wow. Currently, based on what we currently have in regards to the player count and whatnot, I don't think a sleeping bag is going to magically make those go back up in price. However, I can definitely see them potentially working out quite all right post-Christmas time. Again, loads of people right now care more to sell rather than buy, and it's very awkward for these skins to kind of get out of the rut that they're in. But I should also point out, there's not that many of them on the Steam market. There's only 14. There's only... oh, yeah, because someone's just bought them out, haven't they? Says there's 26 there. And then there's... oh, God, where have I gone? Did it break? Is there? Still high. Yep. Yep, someone just bought them out. There was hardly any stock, and then someone just bought it out, and it could easily go up again. Look at it. Look at it. There's no resistance. It's just 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. It's open season. Someone could just scoop them all up. Choice is yours. So anyway, they have very low stock. This only has 49 stock on the Steam market. Remember what I say. Every single Rust skin on the Steam market, on average, usually has around 100 quantity. If it has a less than that, it's very... it's very likely vulnerable to easily go up in price. And what you see here, after that 13, what's after it? Just ones and twos and ones and twos and ones and twos and ones and ones and ones and ones and ones and ones and ones. Yeah. The more UAP pilot stuff we see, the better for it. The thing is, though, is what's going to magically make people go, I need to buy all of that now? I don't know. Maybe a buyout or something. We just saw what happened to the sheet metal door. So if we look at this maybe in a few days' time, maybe things will be different. Maybe this easily will be in the positive, and then from here on now, everything will be all right for the likes of the UAP pilot collection. So what might happen next? Will we see storages? Will we see, I don't know, an armored door or whatever? I don't know, but I should point out, Mr. Little Ranger, very busy this year. How many collections does he currently have in the pipeline at the moment? Oh yeah, you know, he's got the likes of UAP Pilot, Abyss, Rainbow Pony, Toy Collection, and then we've got Halloween and Christmas, Dragon Rage. This man's got a lot on his plate. He's got a lot on his plate. So if you're sitting there patiently waiting for the likes of any of those collections to get continuations, he's juggling his collections at the moment. He doesn't know what he's going to do next week. I don't know what he's going to do next week. So yeah, that right there, it's interesting. It's interesting. Now let's just take a better look at this skin individually. All right, let's get a good look at it. Glow in the dark, goofy, silly, definitely. Yep. Very useful for the early game. When you don't have like a lot of light sources in your base, this is going to be very, 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 very helpful for many people. So We can respect that. We can accept that. So, with what we see here, I am not going to be surprised if it potentially also goes below its rust or price again, like the previous skins. What we need to see is another skin after this appear, and then that'll cause everyone to buy this out as well, basically. But listen, I think that will turn around and have a pretty nice future ahead of it, because I can see more skins being made and accepted down the line. Now, what we did not see being accepted was the rock skin, and you might be sitting there saying, rock skin? Yeah, we've shown it before, I'll show it again. So if you could just remember a good few weeks back, yeah, we had this, Alien Friend Rock. He probably should just call it the UAP Pilot. But yeah, maybe that gets a version to at some point. Maybe that potentially gets accepted. Maybe, yeah. Yeah, we needed another pet rock, didn't we? We could have a pet alien. Do you remember those weird goo alien things where you could put slime inside them and then, like, cut it open and there'll be like a little baby inside? Do you remember those weird things? God, mate, that's like 20 years ago. Do you remember they used to come in an egg, they used to be covered in slime, and you just kind of like I don't know, I can't remember. You just fiddled with it, basically. Yeah. Yeah, alright, anyway. No, we're not having a kitty rock. No, bad idea. I mean, we might have Maxwell still. There we go. There we go. Right, anyway. So that right there is looking interesting. I'm going to leave it, though. Again, abnormal. So no need to rush into buying it. Look at it Wednesday. Look at how many sales it has. If that potentially has less sales compared to the likes of, I don't know, maybe the Fry Sleeping Bag that was accepted fairly recently, which only had about 11,500. Yeah, that's going to look very, very interesting. But it glows in the dark. It's goofy alien. I think he's going to be selling more than the likes of that. Damn, Burrito Bag, you dropped hard. Damn. What happened? Anyway, that's cool. Let's now move on to the Pixel Locker. Mr. Diva Dan, or Damn Daniel, how you doing? So he's changed his name up probably for Halloween. He's been kind of busy in a weird way because he's been making a whole bunch of streamer skins. Now, of course, we did see the likes of some of these pixel skins being accepted not too long ago. Well, now we've got another one. Where's the Tier 2 armor, Mr. Diva Dan? Where's the Tier 2 armor? I need it. I'm a very sad kitten. I need it. Moving on. We have this deplorable skin right here. Now, it's not the first deplorable skin that we've had. So we've had the likes of the armored door, double door, wooden door, garage door, and the sheet metal door. However, I don't think the arrival of this is going to magically make all of that go up in price. Oh, and the sleeping bag, and the furnace. Sorry, there's a lot. This is actually one of the most successful collections in all of Rust in terms of most acceptances. So the more you know, yeah. But locker skins. There was a weird thing this year, wasn't there? We had a whole lot more locker skins being accepted. So as of like July 2022, we got the Outer Planets locker, and we thought, wow, that's special. We have not had a locker skin in about 2-ish years. And then we got the likes of the one in Halloween, and then we got the Lunar locker back in Lunar New Year, and then a few weeks later we got this, and a few weeks later we got that, and then a few months later we got there, 5 months later. So anyway, this right here, I don't know what to say. It is pretty plain. It is pretty goofy. I'm not hating on it. It's a style, fair enough, cool, but how many people are going to look at that and think, yeah, that's cool, I want that? I can't really sit here and say, because it doesn't really stand out crazily. But it does, when you actually look at it, that actually does look pretty interesting. But it's just not super standout, not super in your face. So if you actually did have a base full of all the pixel skins, that actually might be a pretty interesting thing. And you might also sit there and say, but Hedge, I see many deplorables here. Surely it's a deplorable collection. Well, unfortunately, I get the feeling that because there's so many of these skins that are already out, I don't think it's going to really make that much of a difference. Most of these skins seem to be suffering with the current issues of the autumn fall seasonal dip. Yeah, that's going to probably take a while for a lot of these to get out of this hole. I'm yawning, sorry. I'm a tired kitty. So with that, I can't really sit here and say that it's probably going to retain its value. considering that we've had many locker skins being given away for free this year, and the fact that most of these other lockers are below their Rust store price currently at the moment, I can't imagine this is going to be doing super great. However, I should point this out. Most of these sold at a higher price. They're actually kind of sitting at around $2. This is a $2 locker skin. So maybe this actually might retain its value. That's something we can talk about. Because, yeah, the cheapest one technically is this Witchwater locker. But that's a holiday theme skin. And this is only good for likes of Halloween. When it's not Halloween, who wants to use that? So, yeah, maybe it actually might work all right for it. We don't need to rush into buying it. We can leave it for now, all right? We can leave it. Things might potentially work out a whole lot better in the future. But, yeah, you get the idea. So, let's leave it. So that, we kind of covered every single thing there. I know there's a lot of hesitancy, understandable. I fully well acknowledge that I'm like this, but again, I have a very good feeling that probably a lot of these skins very likely could suffer. Just go back a good few weeks and look at the previous Rust stores and look at the suffering. And then the week before that, what do I see? Is suffering. So much suffering, so much pain in this world. Even the ghillie suit jacket's now down to $4, and it might go even lower because it never saw the likes of more ghillie suit stuff being accepted. It's do or die at the moment. It's do or die. Either we see a skin acceptance instantly, or, well, that's it. Dump. I don't care anymore. I'm dumping everything. You know what? I do fear for the likes of the Rhino stuff now. Have people decided to unload their stock? Please remember, it took the likes of Abyss to have a version 2 to finally get its tier 2 accepted. Don't give up instantly. It's still perfectly viable for what it is, because this individually, the pair of these, is a budget version of the Desert Raiders Tier 3. Desert Raiders Tier 3 costs like $50+. Those only cost $6. So, yeah. Anyway, now we have to talk about some other things. So, how you doing? We need to talk about some things that are on the horizon, so let's just quickly go over to here. I'm sure many of you are very aware now that we're going to be getting a wooden building skin, a frontier building skin, so this very likely, potentially, could be appearing for November, because we have Brutalist being the armoured building skin. I'm pretty sure Brutalist was supposed to be appearing for the October Force Wipe, but now everybody's talking about this. Do you reckon this is going to replace it? Because how many people didn't have very kind words for the Brutalist skin? Quite a lot of people. There was a lot of negativity towards it. I don't know what's going on. Maybe Brutalist is still expected to appear for the October Force Wipe, so that's just about a week or two away. Potentially, we shall see. But if that's the case, I'm expecting Frontier to be the November building skin that appears for the November. I can't speak properly. The November Force Wipe. So something to look forward to. And apparently this... I need some water. Sorry. See, this is what happens when I talk fast. Lots of people want me to do videos very quickly. This is what happens. I get tongue-tied. This is supposed to look like the wooden buildings from Legacy Rust, which I guess you could see. Some people also said, oh, wow, we can make like Wild West towns and whatnot. And looking at the designs, yeah, I think you could do that. So, yep, the first wooden building skin for Rust. Get a good look at that. Very nice. So that's on the horizon, but what we also have is this Gingerbread building skin. Now, this is the talking point that I wanted to bring up, and I very likely will be making a video specifically talking about this, because, well, you know, we kind of knew that this was coming, didn't we? Remember when we were making a big fuss about the commits? Remember when we talked about this a month ago? When we saw the mention of this a month ago, and I said maybe you should invest into Gingerbread skins a month ago? Well, look what's happened now. So, yeah. This, where did I go? Sorry. Yeah, here we are. This has now basically been unveiled. Loads of people can actually see it with their own eyes. And, yeah, it's looking pretty nice. This is expected to come out for the holidays of this year. Christmas, December. Now, this isn't even something you pay for. This is going to be allowed to be used by everybody. Everybody will be freely available to use this only during the holidays, though. So, as you can see here from Helk himself, 0% chance we're going to sell the Gingerbread base skin. It will be accessible to everyone in-game, but it's only going to be usable during the holidays. So that means everybody is going to have access to the Gingerbread stuff. And you might be sitting there and saying, Hedge, what's all the fuss about? Why are you making such a fuss about this? Please understand this. Quite a lot of people currently aren't involved with Rust at the moment, but they will very likely return around Christmas time. If you were to take a look at all the Gingerbread skins, more specifically the deplorables, the doors and whatnot, You might notice that they've had a bit of a buyout, and Gingerbread door is probably the best one to bring up. So, fairly recently, so about a month ago, we made a fuss about the commit. We saw that there is a Gingerbread building skin on the horizon, and that's when I made that video initially. Yeah, you can see the initial, spike here, went down a fair bit, and then recently, Rusticated unveiled it on Twitter. Suddenly, everybody wants these doors. And you have to understand, those Gingerbread building skins, whilst you can cover, you have your whole entire base looking like Gingerbread, it doesn't come with doors. So you need to buy the skins, don't you? So you need to buy the Gingerbread skins. They're all getting bought out now. They've boosted all the way up to $3.45. And now, what happens when we reach December? When we reach December and we have a whole lot more people playing the game, we very likely will see this go up in price even more. When it's actually out and everybody sees it right in front of us, it's very likely to go up even more. So, food for thought. Quite literally. Ha, Gingerbread. Ha, 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 ha. I'm such a funny kitty. I hate myself. Right. So, yeah, even Garage Door has been attacked as well. And wouldn't be surprised if we see a whole lot more Gingerbread door attempts later this year. So, yeah, it's only trending upwards. That only came out last year, and I think it's already surpassed the price that it sold for in the Rust store last year. I think it was a $2.49 skin. So yeah, this was going to go up in price regardless because of Christmas. It's going up in price for two reasons now, because of the Gingerbread building skin. So yeah, every single year now, maybe we will routinely see the Gingerbread magically spike in price every December because the Gingerbread building skins keep returning. Yeah, cool. So, yeah, that was just something I wanted to talk about. So, consider reading all of this on Rustified and whatnot. And as you are probably aware, Dracula Cape is something that's going to be coming out, or looks to be coming out soon. So, yep, we could quickly show that video as well. So, very recently I also made this video talking about the potential of discontinued items. I would very much recommend that you watch this video, because I get the feeling there's a possibility the likes of the hockey mask is probably discontinued now, and this is taking its place. And then next year, we might have another Halloween fancy dress style item being introduced as well. So food for thought, consider looking at that video as well. Okay, Gingerbread's collection. It's not made by the same creators. They all just happen to be Gingerbread theme skins. So yeah, King of Bargains, yeah, just be aware of that. Okay, Hedge, I'm glad your English is better. Thank you, Adrix, much appreciated. I should also point out, Charitable Rust is on the horizon as well. Charitable Rust is on the horizon. We are going to have a Charitable Rust store. I believe, what was it? It was for the October 12th Rust store. So if I just look over to here, yeah, October 12th. We're going to have a Rust store of maybe 4 or 5 Charitable Rust skins in support of Charity Water. And we're also going to have those Twitch drops. So do you remember from some quite some time back? Do you remember the competition? Yeah, Charitable Rust 2023 contest submissions. Some of the skins here, there were 54 submissions. Some of these will be winners, and they will become Twitch drops when the event is taking place. So consider watching the trailer, consider visiting the website, get a good understanding of what's going on. There's going to be a massive server with a whole bunch of fun activities to take part in, and I believe mostly everybody is allowed to go there. I think it's initially content creators, and after that it's open to the public, I think, or maybe there's separate servers. I don't fully know, but yeah, consider getting a good look at that, and anticipate the arrival of some very interesting Charitable Rust skins in a future Charitable Rust themed Rust store. Yeah. God, Hedge, you just don't stop talking. I know, I'm struggling. So real quick look at the likes of these skins once more. This was a $2 skin. Bioda's going to want to $2. It's got a decent amount already there, but we shall see what happens next. Then you got likes of the Abyss Vest, kind of in the same position. Coffee Can, kind of in the same position. We have the likes of the Pug Rock there, with a Bioda now above $2.49. Wow, so we'll see what happens to you in the future, buddy. Then we have the likes of the Grass Rug. Bioda's going up to $2.50 now, it seems. Will it retain? We shall see. Then we have the likes of the Chameleon MP5. It's already got a Bioda below $2.40. It's already got a sale listing below $2.49. So yeah, that didn't retain its value, did it? El Diablo small box, $3 skin. It's got a Bioda of $2.80 there. Will it actually retain its value? I don't know. Berserker SAR. Right. I don't know really what's going on with this. So this was a $3 skin as well. And well, as you can see here, Bioda's only gone up to $2. Will it hold? Probably not. Then we've got the likes of the Ronin mask and the chest plate. This is going to be a problem for this now. We've literally just got Redemption Tier 3. Maybe this is going to suffer. Maybe this is going to struggle. Maybe we might not even see continuations now. That could very likely happen, and that's unfortunate, isn't it? But a brand new, extra shiny red armor piece came out, and yeah, new, nice. People like, people desire. So a quick refresh once more. Let's just see how many sales these have had after about an hour and a half. And how long is it going to take? There we go. Yeah, so just over 1,000 sales on both of these. And yeah, people really do seem to like that Pumpjack door. Well, you know what? People also really seem to like these two sheet metal doors 2 weeks ago. Now look at them. So yeah, a little bit of a warning there. And just to reiterate this one more time, it's expected that the reason why the Bombshell sheet metal double door was not accepted today was based on the fact that we haven't yet had a 3-month gap in between since we've seen the likes of this armor door being accepted. So next week, it is under the assumption that that's when it's been 3 months. That is when we'll see the likes of one of these skins being in the Rust store next week. It hasn't been in 3 months. That's basically it. That's basically it. So, yeah, I think we're all done now. I'm not out of puff. I'm not out of breath. So, yeah, keep an eye on all of your money. Make some considerations. Jump into some of these opportunities that are right there in front of you. And, yeah, that's basically it. That's basically it. So, with that, right now it's my 1,000th stream. So, once again, thank you very much for all your support. Thank you for all the people that watch me. I know some of these videos are very long. You keep commenting that. I know. I have to warn you about all the potential problems. I have to give you the best amount of context for the content. That's not really how I want to say it, but you understand. I've got to give you all the information so you are aware of all the potential things that could happen. And is Berserker Cloak going up in price? Wait, hang on a minute. What? Did someone just buy out a chunk? What's going on? Why are you going back up all of a sudden? Oh my god! Someone's just bought out a chunk of these. No way! We're back, baby! We're back! Berserker Cloak and Joyers! We're going back up! Yes! Right. So, that's actually a surprise. I don't know what's going on there. Do you know what? If you ever see something like this happen, you could probably go check the likes of scmm.app. Because sometimes it's a little bit delayed to update itself with the amount of listings on the Steam market. So Berserker Cloak, come on now, don't be shy, just show yourself. Cloak. There we go. That'll do. So listings, 199. There you go. Someone either removed that stock or bought all of it out. So do you see all of this here? See how there was 199, lowest listing $2. Well, someone just bought out. Oh, not you. Go away. Where is it? There it is. Someone just bought out 64 of these? Well, yeah, that looks like that was the case. And after that, no resistance, no problems. Maybe things are turning around already. We shall see. Or maybe it was just one madman. But yeah, eventually, in the future, all skins are going to be like that. They reach some very low points. And then after that, it's only up. So with that, thank you very much for watching. Keep an eye out for the play accounts and whatnot. Halloween is just around the corner. And will the Dracula Cape be something you actually buy? Or is it just something in-game? Will we potentially see some of those Halloween items that were in last year's Rust store not appearing again? Or even possibly being discontinued? Please consider watching those videos. And with that, I'm all done. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for all the nice words, questions and whatever. You get the idea. Have a lovely weekend and catch you later. See you and goodbye.